Greetings. Hello, beautiful being. Thank you so much for tuning in to these humble little offerings. I hope that they give some peace and some ease and help us all remember who we really are at our core. So that's what can shine out through us. So this week is dedicated to Hanuman, the monkey deity of India. He's a particular favorite of mine. And here he is, one of his manifestations. This is one of my favorite little big Hanuman men. He's carrying a mace, which is a weapon. He's a very strong warrior, and he's also a great healer. This is a mountain of healing herbs and plants that he was able to bring to revive a whole army of noble animal warriors who had lost their lives fighting for truth and love. So he is an epitome of love from the heart, of absolute service to the highest, and of the reunion of the balance of the active and the receptive. So the balance of the divine wedding, the divine male and female, the divine active and receptive, and also balance of the nervous system, the active and the receptive sides of our nervous system. So all about harmony, balance, love. And he's also known as son of the wind. And wind is also code name for prana, or life force energy. You might know it as chi, spring in your step, love, vitality, ruach, many names for this beautiful energy. I'm going to put Hanuman down for a moment, but he's with us, very much with us. So today we're going to be focusing on some of the ways that we can move energy with our breath. You may have heard of pranayama, which is, we think of it mostly as breath practices, but they're actually practices to move energy, and the vehicle upon which we're moving the energy happens to be the breath. The other day we were moving energy by focusing on love. We were also moving energy in another one of this week's sessions by getting shaking and tapping going so that we could circulate, awaken and circulate energy. So today we're going to focus on how to move energy with our breath. Now, of course, on the other hand, all of these things are interconnected, so it's not really that clear cut to separate one thing out from another, but we kind of put a highlighter or a focus on each element so that we understand that element a little bit better, but then we always weave it back into the others. So let's begin by sitting quietly for a moment. That was a bit of mental prana, mental energy to set the tone. Let's bring ourselves into our bodies as we are right now, celebrating who we are at this very moment, wherever we've come from, wherever we're going. We're here now, whether it's the now, the future now, if you're rewatching this, whatever it is, it's all now. And let's feel our feet, feel what your feet feel. If you're sitting, feel what your sit bones feel. Allow from this lovely ground, this lovely foundation, the spine to gently elongate as though you're creating a little bit of lovely space between each vertebra, and you're lengthening, you're creating a beautiful channel for the energies of the heavens and the earth to communicate with one another through your center. And let's inhale the shoulders up, and exhale, let them relax and really rest. We want to wear them like a prayer shawl on our backs. Inhale, raise the shoulders, and one more time, let them rest, relax, soft smile, and start to notice your breath. Notice where you feel your breath first. Don't try to fix or change anything, just notice. Paying attention is also a way of moving prana. We start to notice what's happening on the inside instead of chasing things that are happening on the outside. And just notice how your breath feels right now. Savor it as it is. Let it relax and slow down a little bit or find its own balance. And just let that be. Let that be and let that store as a little memory. I'd like to invite you to stand up, and we're going to do a little bit of moving So I always find shaking and moving and bouncing a little bit is a lovely way to get the cobwebs out, to remove blockages, and just to feel ourselves. So you can jiggle everywhere. We're not going to do a lot of detail on this, just have some fun. Pretend you're suspended by a magic bungee cord that keeps you lifted and bouncy. You can let your heels rise up and drop down. You can do the rave version where you throw your hands up as the heels come down. Woo! You can go sideways, you can make sound, you can wiggle, you can jiggle, you can giggle, whatever you want to do. Let yourself be free, shake off the old, and let yourself gently recover. Notice anything that's happened inside, maybe heartbeat changed, maybe you feel a little bit more awake. Who knows? But always noticing, because going inside to listen is a real tool of yoga and Qigong. So let's have a softness in our knees, an elongation through the spine, a little bit of swinging. You can gently keep the face forward for a bit. You could turn the head with the movement. Eyes are soft, arms are heavy and relaxed. And of course, you can lift up one of those heels, the back heel, and imagine your belly button is like a beacon that can shine. So you're turning the hips as well. And let this come to its own natural little completion. And now standing or sitting comfortably, you're tall, you're like a beautiful mountain or a beautiful stalk of bamboo. So I like the image of bamboo, mountain for its majesty and its real grounded quality and the peak going to the sky. And I like the bamboo for that sense of there's a suppleness, there's not a frozen quality. Not that rock or mountain is frozen, it's just vibrating at a very slow and deep, ancient level. So let's exhale, soften the knees a little bit. Inhale, raise the hands, spread the wings, imagine filling your lungs, touch the sky. And exhale, turn the palms away and soften. You can melt the knees. Inhale, feel the hands expanding the heart space. Exhale, turn the palms over. I'll show you one hand a little bit more. Inhale, the palm is lifting up through the air, and then the palms turn away, and exhale, gently pressing down. Imagine you're a big bird, and the chest, your chest cavity is expanding to lift your arms, and exhale, the chest cavity is gently getting smaller. Let's play a little bit more with the expansion of the lungs, because of course the more we have movement in our rib case. Isn't rib case a nicer thing to say than rib cage? Rib case, the container of our ribs that has a lot of movement available. It's not a cage, it's a container that has suppleness. So let's take you can have your thumbs a little bit in your armpits and exhale. You can even round your back. You're bringing the elbows in to feel the getting smaller of the rib cage. And as you inhale, imagine the rib cage expanding and let the elbows fan open. Exhale, if your head and neck want to come along with this, let them. They don't have to. And use the space in your rib case. Exhale, lungs get emptier. Inhale, draw the breath in and feel how much room it has as you open the space within your rib case. And a little tip that I like to use is imagine your favorite fragrance, and as you inhale, imagine pulling in a little bit extra of that fabulous aroma, and exhale, gently release fully so that you have more space for that next delicious fragrance. Welcome that fragrance in and use it as an impulse to expand your breath capacity. So we've been opening up the chest and the sides of the ribs. All right, you can shake that out, see how that feels for you. And we're going to do 2 other breathing spots today. We're going to come to the belly, so you can fold one hand on top of the other, or you can have the index finger, thumb slotted together. And standing or sitting, you're in your beautiful vertical alignment. And now the place where we have our hands is where we're going to focus the direction of our breath. Letting the belly expand, filling your hands. And on the exhalation, letting the breath out and feeling the hands come in. So inhaling, you're breathing right into your belly, letting it get big and full. And exhaling, you're naturally letting the breath leave. And you're not trying to push the belly in or out. You're looking for that feeling of a naturalness with it. Maybe a little bit of amplification that comes with the fact that you're paying attention. Not that you're trying to go big, tight, but feeling the natural wave and letting it continue if it wants to go a little further than you might imagine it before that. So we're feeling the movement in the belly. Maybe you still feel a little bit of echo in the chest and the armpits. That's bonus. Congratulations if you're feeling that. If you're not, that's wonderful too. Now, the last place we're going to do today is having the hands somewhere on the low back. Could be up around the back of the rib case, could be in the waist, could even be in the sacrum. All of this depends on what's comfortable for your shoulders, because ease and comfort make it possible to relax and learn, whereas tension and discomfort are going to cut off our flow from the wisdom, the intelligence of the collective. So resting the hands somewhere comfortable on the low back, feel into the place you have your hands. Exhale the breath out gently and fully. And as you inhale, direct the prana through the breath into your back and your hands. Get wide, spread, and then exhale, let the back return into the middle of you. Inhale, expanding across the back, up and down the back, wherever you feel the breath moving. Because we're not just directing our breath, we're directing our vitality, our prana. And we're using our mind and our breath and our hands to focus that. And now relax and place your hands, or shake out a little bit. You might want to release the wrists or any other part of you. And either standing or sitting, where was your favorite place to rest your hands today? Or maybe there's another place you're drawn to, or maybe you want to do one of each, or you pick. You know what felt like, this is really interesting, or this gave me a lot today, or I want to put my hands on my knees and breathe there. That's valid too. Whatever is speaking in you, give it a try. Be playful. I'm going to rest my hands here just because that's what I'm going to do today. And see if you can collect all of those parts into one unified whole. So we're feeling a sense of expanding through the chest, the belly, and the back all at once, as though our whole torso is a volume that opens in all directions and then gently draws in all directions. And see how this feels. Do you feel more of yourself available to you? And just for fun, we're going to return to the little movement of the arms reaching up to coordinate this with the breath. You're in your beautiful elongation, standing or sitting, or you're elongated lying down and visualizing. Exhale, we soften. Let the inhalation come from the belly, the chest, and the back. Maybe it's slower. who knows, take the whole breath to reach up and take the whole length of the breath to lower down. For me, I've noticed it's all slower for me because I have more access to my breath. That's just my own first person experience today. And maybe yours is similar, or maybe you're feeling something different. Maybe you feel happier. Maybe you need to go to the bathroom because things are moving. That's all good. Just notice what it is for you. And let's do one more lift, letting your breath choose the rhythm. Interlace the fingers at the top, and as you exhale the breath out, press the sky with your hands, press the floor and earth with your feet. And on the exhalation, bend the knees, inhale, and exhale, burst, and paint a rainbow around yourself as you rise up in that beautiful orb of light and settle the energy to the earth. And to finish, bring your hands to prayer position and smile. Feel the expansion and the pulsation of breath massaging your chest, your heart, your lungs. And then finally finish by grounding the energy, feeling that a similar pulsation in the lower body, filling the whole pelvic bowl and basin. And see how you feel. Has anything changed? Is more of your whole self available to you now? I hope so. And remember that in these practices, any shift in a life-giving or positive direction is worthy of great celebration. So dance party if you want to, or whatever, or just a big smile and go out and shine. Feel the shine inside yourself first, and then let it flow out to others. And that's our medicine for today. Thank you so much for your beautiful attention. Share these episodes with loved ones if you think one of the topics might really help someone. These are for all of us, so that we remember who we really are and we can feel good. And when we feel good, we're able to respond and find better solutions and be lights in the world ourselves. All right then, bye for now.